Yes, 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 yes. 254 to the world. This is Kenya African, Kenya African, Kenya African once again. I hope you can see me, guys, from the insides of Kenya, specifically Nairobi. We have a small urban forest by the name of the Nairobi Arboretum, where we have been conducting a good sample size research to understand the type of trees that we have in Kenya. Okay, you do understand that the Nairobi Arboretum is about 30.4 hectares, okay, and it is a right starting point to understand our environment, or the environment that Kenyans enjoy here. Okay, so over the past 3 days we've covered the Croton megalocarpus, aka the megalocarpus, as I wanted to say, aka the Mukindori in Kikuyu, or the Msenefu, and I believe we did quite a good thing. Okay, now we're moving in to our second indigenous tree, and I know most of you are aware of this tree. Why am I saying this? This tree is not only a keystone species amongst the trees that we have, not only here in the Nairobi Arboretum, but in Kenya. Anywhere you go, and I mean literally anywhere in Kenya you go and just ask for that tree, at least for the older people and for most Gen Zs, for the millennials and the Gen Zs, they will identify it for you, because even for themselves who lived with the older people before they became our ancestors, such a tree was revered. You could find such a tree in a homestead, and you'd find elders seated around it. Okay, I literally mean it. Okay, and they would it would it would it will be a place of litigation. It will be a place of peace. It will be a place where meetings would be held. Even sometimes sacrifices would be held under such trees. Believe me, this is a true Kenyan story. So what tree am I talking about? I'm talking about the Ficus doningi. Okay, that word is a scientific name. Ficus doningi. Please understand the word Ficus doningi. Okay, yes, aka the Mogomo tree. Now I know you're familiar with it. Most of you are aware of that name, Mogumo. Mogumo is also a Kikuyu name. Okay, I believe it is also known as the Mokoyo tree. Yeah, for most Kikuyus, they know it as the Mogumo tree. And how do you get to capture such a tree, such a revered tree? As I've told you, such trees were planted long time ago, and they were so revered. Okay, if we are talking about cultural importance, okay, if at all we are talking about the cultural importance of most trees here in Kenya, if there is one tree that stands out, it is the Ficus doningi, and that's the tree that is going to be our number 2 as we cover the Nairobi Arboretum database of forests. Welcome to Nature's Classroom. Again, I am your educator, and I am your teacher. For today, Gerald, aka Kenya African. Now, as we're walking here in the Nairobi Arboretum, I'm just from our staff area. This is the staff quarters, okay? Or should I say these are the staff quarters? It's only one place, but yeah, you can already see the broad diversity and even hear them. You can even hear the birds. You can sight the monkeys, okay? You can see butterflies. This is what the Arboretum offers, okay? This is what I'm seeing right now, okay, at a glance. But today we are focusing on the Ficus doningi, aka the Mogomo tree. Now walk with me, take a walk with me as we go looking for it, because you will understand that such a tree is rare. Okay, it is rare to find, and you will understand that we have a lot of trees here in the Arboretum. We said that we are going to cover each and every one of these trees, be it exotic, be it indigenous. We are going to make sure we have covered it here. Okay, so make sure you stick with us, make sure you're walking with this documentary, make sure you're walking this journey with me. Okay, if you're a student in school and you're wondering about whether you're going to find the Mugumo tree or the Ficus doningi here in the Nairobi Arboretum, the best way to actually find it is to get a guide, somebody like me. Okay, you can't just walk in a big area like this, a 30.4 hectares land, and expect to spot it easily. If you're not aware, I can of course spot it from here. If you can, guys, I'm gonna give you a quiz, and I want you to tell me whether you can spot it. I can already spot it from here. It's pretty far. It's pretty far, guys. Yeah, you can see the vastity of the Nairobi Arboretum. Okay, we have many trees. Okay, with some animals. We don't have a lot of animals, we have some animals. Okay, we have some primates. Yep. I believe I'm going to show you a sneak peek of where we are headed. Let me just try and zoom in. So amongst those trees, if you can see, amongst those trees, can you see them? Amongst those trees that are far ahead there, amongst, so after those seats, there are two trees that you can only see the base from here. Okay, let me try and zoom in further. Yeah, from the base of that tree, I can tell you that those two trees, the way they are, okay, those two trees, the way they are Ficus doningi. They are Mugumo trees. That's the topic of today. That's the tree that we are headed to go and try and understand. So as I've told you guys, this tree is something to be revered. Okay, and it is something that can act even as a landmark here in Nairobi. As a landmark here in the Nairobi Arboretum. You can already spot some few people here and there. It's a nice place to come and take a rest, take a walk if you want to do exercises. Of course, being fit is something I also advocate for. I'm a fitness manager. Keeping our engines, and by engines I mean our bodies, strong is something of great importance. Now, I know I did mention two, but I'm not sure if one is actually a Mugumo tree, but oh yeah, both are actually Ficus doningi. I believe you can see them from here now. Yes, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is a Ficus doningi, aka a Mugumo tree. You know, even the feel of being around it is spiritual in a way. I don't know if it's only me or it's because I am aware of the fact of the fact of 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 such a tree's importance. Okay, I feel safe being here. I feel as if I want to be here. Yes, this is a Ficus doningi, my guys. This is a Mugumo tree. You know, I don't know if you can see it from the label. Oh yeah, you can. This is something, yes, guys. Yes, yes, and I am right. This is a Mugumo. You see, what is this? Mugumo. So they wrote Mugumo, Mugumu, Mugumu, but it's supposed to be Mugumo with an O. Yeah, this is Kikuyu. They also need to update their labels, but you can see it's a Thoningi with the T of course cut out, but it's a Ficus Thoningi. Of course, this is the tree that I'm telling you about, guys. The most revered tree here in Kenya. Among us Kikuyus, this tree is so much respected. No one can even dare cut it down when a Kikuyu is present. I don't know if you understand me. When a Kikuyu is present, such a tree cannot dare be cut down. It would rather be struck down by lightning, but not a Kikuyu, but not anyone present. Such a tree is revered, and you know I'm also Kikuyu, so I revere such trees. Okay, I revere such trees. You can see the expanse of this one. This one is pretty big, pretty big, my guy. Okay, this two here is a Mugumo tree. Look at its base. Okay, look at it. You know, even better, we are going to spot its leaves here. Do we have a label? You know, yeah, we do have a label here, guys. Guys, we do have a label. I don't know whether you can see this we have a tree here that has sprouted, and it's pretty big, but it has covered the label, but I hope you can see it. So it's Ficus. Okay, they have written Ficus Thoningi Mugumo. You can see, yeah, they have written it right here, Mugumo, and it is indigenous. This is an old label. They had given it number 104, but in my numbering, it's number 2. It's one of the most revered trees here in Kenya. I believe you can also have a look at its leaves. For those who've never had a closer look at the Mugumo tree, you know, look at its base first. Pretty big, pretty massive, pretty strong, pretty scary actually for me. I believe that's just because I know its meaning here in Kenya. So these are the leaves of a Mugumo tree. You can even do the back side of it. Let's do a full image here. Can you see it clearly? Yeah. I don't know why I've just focused on the leaf here. I was hoping my camera could zoom in more and be a bit more precise. I don't know. I actually don't know what's happening here. Let me try and see. I don't know what's happening with my camera, but okay, yeah, that's it. Let's see. Maybe this one is, yeah, this one, it's the same leaf. Yeah. So you do get what we mean by spotting a Mugumo tree, okay? I believe you also know its uses, okay? I've told you it was used for shelter. Of course, that's number 1. But you get to understand that such a tree, and because it's revered, it had other uses. And another use I can tell you is that the leaves and the barks had medicinal uses, okay? If someone had diarrhea, or if someone had inflammation, you know, if someone had respiratory problems, I don't know how they did it, but it was something. Okay, look at the base. Okay, look at the base and even the roots. Okay, they had uses. Okay, they had medicinal purpose. Okay, yeah, such a tree is important. Yeah. Now we do have another Ficus donini here, but this one is it still looks like the same Mugumo tree. Yeah, it still looks like the same. So we've actually spotted three Ficus doninis. I believe you can see that with me too. I believe you can confirm the label too, guys. Yes, Ficus donini. Yeah. Now it would also be right for me to take photos, because I know you guys would love to see the expansiveness of such a tree. Let me know what you guys think of the Mugumo tree. Have you ever heard of such a tree? What do you call it according to your local dialect, back from wherever you come from? Okay, we've managed to spot three, and they are pretty close, by the way, my guys. So yep. Some realistic tree, a keystone species, I've told you, here in Kenya. Okay, you can see its gray bark. Of course, it has a lot of gray than the Mukindori, than the Croton megalocarpus, and then it's pretty huge. It's got branches sprouting from way down, like about 1 meter or about 1.5 meters. So the branches of these trees, of this Mugumo tree here in the Nairobi Arboretum, starts from about 1.5 meters. Okay, as you can see, and then they go broadening, and of course this one here is pretty big. Look at its canopy. Did we look at the canopy, guys? We also need to look at the canopy. Okay, I get to understand why someone would think they can have a meeting around here, because okay, it's pretty nice, good shade. Also the air is around clean. The air around here is pretty clean. Okay, we don't have a lot of dried leaves down, but you can spot some few. Of course, these are the leaves, the dried leaves of the Ficus donini, aka the Mugumo tree. I don't think we have any other. These are the three. I actually knew of two. I didn't know we have three together. So that's also a first for me. We have three Ficus doninis here in the Nairobi Arboretum. I hope you've learned something, guys. I'm going to want to take pictures for more further study. Okay, I need to understand the diameter. I need to understand such things. But I hope you've observed the Ficus donini with me, guys. This is something worth talking about. I would love to know what you think about such a tree. I would also love to think that you also understand that most trees provide assisting in carbon storage. Okay, I also want you to tell me, what do you think the Mugumo tree, and of course if you find a Mugumo tree, understand that it was planted a long time ago. I've told you such trees act as landmarks. If something acts as a landmark, it is something that has been there for years. Many people recognize it They mark it as a landmark. Whether you go, whether you come back, you will still find it here. Pretty hard to break. Of course, you're going to find some few branches dried up like that one there. Okay, but whoa, it's such a good feeling being here. I mean, look, the view just here. I'm going to take a photo, guys, and you're just going to see it. It's mwah. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that we're talking about the Ficus Zoningi right now. And I hope you've learned something, guys. Your number 2 tree, of course, in the Kenya African Nairobi Arboretum database. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Continue following this program, continue following this documentary. Of course, subscribe to my channel, help me grow. The journey is not that long, because we are just starting, and we've started with the Nairobi Arboretum. We have a lot of forests here in Kenya before even we get to the Eastern Africa. Okay, and you understand that if you get to cover most trees here in the Nairobi Arboretum, as I told you, we have about 130 tree species. If you and me, okay, if you and me get to cover, I feel tired. Let me get to sit down here somewhere close to this Ficus Zoningi. If you and me get to cover, I believe this is a nice spot to come and sit. Is it clean? Yes, it's clean. Okay, so I believe guys, what I'm trying to say is that if you and me are going to cover about 130 tree species here in the Nairobi Arboretum, and most of the trees we cover here in the Nairobi Arboretum are a sample size of what you expect to find here in Kenya. Okay, now of course we've covered the Croton megalocarpus, that being our first tree, and now we've covered the Ficus Zoningi, the Mugumo tree, being our second tree according to the Kenya African database. Okay, we are going to continue like that. And of course, what I was trying to say is that for those 2 trees, if you happen to go, if anyone of you knows any other forest around here which acts as a big purifier in Nairobi, I can also mention one, the Karura forest. Okay, if you dare go to the Karura forest looking for a Croton megalocarpus tree, be sure, and I mean it, be sure 100% you will find it. A Mukindori tree, you will definitely find it. That is why I'm telling you, there is importance in covering whatever is here in the Nairobi Arboretum. And mind you, if the Arboretum is 30.4 hectares, okay, 30.4 hectares, 30.4 hectares, the Karura forest is about 4,000 hectares. Do you understand the expansiveness? It's about 30 times the Nairobi Arboretum, and still we have bigger forests. So what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you that you should appreciate this content. Okay, you should appreciate the research being done here. You know, you should appreciate the time being taken to show you such a tree behind me. Of course, you can spot it, the Ficus Zoningi. Okay, the Mugumo tree. Some people used to say that and of course this is a myth. I don't want to try it, but of course I've also heard people say this is a myth, that if you are a boy and you want to become a girl, apparently if you go around the tree behind me, the Ficus Zoningi, 7 times you would turn to a girl. Of course it's a myth, don't go trying it, but hey, I'm not one to tell you not to try things, because I want you to actually go out there and experience the environment. So go and actually try me. If it's a myth, go and try it out. Okay, and if you go if you go out being a girl and then you come back being a boy, hey, I would love to host you here in my channel. I be sure 100%, if that happens to you from a Ficus Zoningi, and it's I know it's a myth, but I don't wanna hear someone, okay, tell me it's happened to him or her. Okay, these are the things that were there a long time ago, and they used to garner and to help people stay in their moral lines. Okay, yeah, it's of great importance that we are talking about this tree. Okay, and we thank the many people who are there even before us for being able to cultivate this area. Okay, to such a point that a tree behind that to such a point to such a point that those trees behind me, those 3 trees behind me, known as the Ficus doningi, aka the Mugumo tree, have been able to survive to such a point here. And believe you me, since the past 1 year, and now I'm almost closing in my second year, it has been my job to help conserve for most of these trees here, ensuring that we take care of them, of course, according to our know-how. Of course, know-how changes every now and then, and we get new information, but we do our work to the best of our ability. And you can see I'm here today, of course, telling you about that tree, the Ficus doningi. It is of great importance to me that you understand the trees here. Don't just come here in the Nairobi Arboretum because we have a good park and a clean park. Of course, you can see the park is good and clean, you know. Some of you just come here and bring girlfriends, and choose to buy them ice creams, Of course, we do have an ice cream guy there. And you come here and you enjoy with your woman, and of course it's right. I advocate for people having that special bond and that special time with your special person, you know. But of course, you also need to understand the living organisms behind you. If you appreciate a person that much, then you also need to appreciate that living tree behind you. Do you understand that that tree is actually living? It's not dead, it's alive. If you understand the meaning of life and you understand that you are alive, then you should understand that I'm sitting on a dead structure. This is a dead structure, of course, man-made. Whatever is behind me, it's alive. It's alive, man. It's alive. Everything around me is alive, yo. Anyway, good luck. I love you. I love you all. I love you guys. This is Kenya African once again. I'll see you in the next video as we talk about the uses of the Ficus doningi. Voila.